Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Hello, everybody. Tonight we're doing another Tarotnormal investigation, this time with Bobby. Bobby's got
Hi.
some stories to tell, and I'm so excited to investigate them. So, Ramon couldn't make it tonight, um, conflicting work things, and so it's me and Bobby, Bobby and
I
me.
hope you guys are fine with that. I actually have my computer open so I can follow along with the comments this time. Yay! Everybody
Yay!
likes your opening. Nancy says, Hi, Nancy. Hi, Heather. Hi, Ocean. Who else is here? Ange.
Who else is here? Miss D was the first to pop in.
I saw. Is she
Sorry,
still here?
buddy. I do have split personalities. My fairy Faye and then my goth Faye. So then there's Bobby. There
And I
is
do
three.
work with triple goddesses, so there's
There
three
we
of us
go. The
at all
power of
times.
three.
Ah,
All
he's
right.
just watching that out for me.
Misty, I got my sassy pants on tonight, and yeah, no, nobody can outsass Miss D. Um, Ange, Ange is here. Nancy can't
I like how
wait.
Brandon always watches your shows.
He has been so wonderful. There he is. Um, I was always concerned that he would be thinking mom's a little loopy, but
She
you can't
is.
argue the facts. And he's a logical person, so he knows. Oh my God, here is Bobby. There he is. And Heather's here. I know, what the
What the
Faye?
heck?
It's past my bedtime.
I was surprised you wanted to do one this late, but I was like, hey, let's do it.
Well, Ramon couldn't do it earlier, so I said, let me try it. It's a Saturday. I have plenty, I don't have to get up early the next day. I have plenty of time to do whatever. And I think being out in nature all day helped ground me. And not to mention a couple caffeine pills I took.
I love the light going in the background there.
I know. I bought this for my son, and I thought I'm going to try it, and if I like it, I'll do it because the way they built this house, it's like a half wall and then a vault, and it's too white. So, oh, you want to see something
Racist.
creepy? Hang on.
What?
Oh, say now you see pretty. Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can. Oh, that is creepy.
Is
What
that not
color is that?
creepy? I had to
What is that? Is that
change
green?
it. It's the chrome key
I
in
like it.
the. I thought, oh my God, the shadow's looting over me. I can't. Um,
I'm gonna get
anyway,
one.
Jean, hi Jean. How are you? Or Joanne, I'm sorry. All right,
Joanne.
adjust my glasses. Joanne, welcome. Hope you enjoy this show. Um, Jenny's here. Welcome, Jenny. And then Christy Perez. Hello, hello.
Christy.
Mm,
Christy
so glad
Perez.
everybody's popping in. And I did say hello to Ange, didn't I? Angie was second. Ange was the second one in. Let's see. Let's see. Wait a minute. I know, right? It was a portal. Ah,
Hello, Moira.
Maruta.
Maru's here too. I didn't see her. Hey, Maru. What up, girl?
Hello. Aloha. Aloha. Uh,
Aloha. Is Jonathan here?
no, I don't know why I said aloha. I was trying to say hola. Hola. Oh my gosh. So,
Be funny if you did a show with me and Jonathan. We could call it Aloha.
hola.
Hola,
Hola.
hola. Hola,
Aloha.
hola.
Hola. Anyway, so Sue Toffee popped in. Hello. All right, so hola, aloha. We were planning on something. I don't remember. We didn't get to a particular, but anyway, All right, so tonight, for those of you who have never been to a Tarotnormal investigation, Bobby's going to tell some stories, and they're paranormal, they're poltergeistry.
Poltergeistly.
Yeah. And as he tells his story, we will pull cards, asking questions on the energies as we pull them. It's a lot of fun, and the chat gets to play along with us. So if you haven't already, if you have tarot, oracle, grab a deck or two and investigate along with us because it's a lot of fun. And
I think
have
I'm going to use my Dancing in the Dark tarot tonight for this.
You know, I don't think I have a for entertainment purposes only banner. I haven't made one. But let me put this disclaimer out. Although we do tap into some intriguing energies and come up with very fascinating, not necessary conclusions, but like answers to the questions or possible answers. It is for entertainment purposes only. But in the past, a lot of things ring true. And I had a live one time, and it ended up being bringing in the American Indians. And my lovely friend came in to chat halfway through, and she happened to have ancestral connections with the tribe, and she was able to confirm a lot of the cards and what we were coming up with. It was very fascinating. So, yeah. So, but with that, again, I have to say, for entertainment purposes only. And oh, got my mascot, Tarot Boo's with us. Got my Tarot Boo. And what else did I want to say? Before we begin, I will bring in protection because even though we're kind of playing, people do play with Ouija boards, and we've heard of stories for that. So we'll be doing that before we get started. So
Playing with a Ouija board?
I had one in high school, but and I used
we
it
weren't allowed.
And then I heard some stories of my friends when their interaction with Ouija board, and I decided that I better not. I wasn't experienced enough at that time.
Yeah, we weren't allowed because of our family was already full of witches and brujas, and
yes. So
there was really no need for the Ouija board. First of all, with any of my family, we had other means.
Hey, Linda Kennedy popped in. Hello.
Hi, Linda.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to hope that everybody has cards or some decks. And if you want to share what decks you have, that'd be awesome. What are you using tonight?
You'll see me hop between this and the Thoth tarot.
Good choice.
Never used the Thoth tarot, but because it's highly spiritual, I want to use it tonight.
Right. Yeah. And I've never heard of this tarot. What's it? I have this tarot tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is this is the Dancing in the Dark tarot.
Oh, interesting.
And like I'll show you the full card. It's all about. It tells the story in dance, but what I really like about it is look at that beautiful sun card. There's no creepy baby. This is the actual beautiful kid. Yeah, like look at the hanged man.
Ooh.
It's very elegant, and it just seems appropriate since we're pulling images from the void tonight.
Deck. Oh my gosh. So
I was
Jenny. Jenny says she just bought her first deck and haven't opened it. And what is it, my dear Jenny?
Yeah.
Do tell. Do tell. Okay, so Ange, are you pulling with us tonight? And what do you have?
Jenny! Jenny! Oh, Jenny. I know Jenny. Jenny's okay with her deck. I already know what kind of deck she has. So, yeah, Jenny is under my wing now.
Yay. Thank you, Heather. I was just going to do that. Let's see. Jen Falls here.
Does everybody bring their sips?
Yeah, I've got my booty. I got my booty.
And what a beautiful booty it is.
I got a spooky booty. And when I feel like I need some water, I also got some boo water. Oh, I don't know if I could do readings if I was a little tipsy. Oh, I lied. Nancy and I did that.
I've never tried.
We need another jammy party.
I've never tried to read with alcohol involved, but I read regularly with
another inebriation.
With another inebriation involved.
We were just a tiny bit tipsy, and it took me 2 hours to drink the whole drink. So, but it was just enough to bring in the clairgoufiance, and we had a great time. All right, so if everybody's ready to hear Bobby's story, and let me quickly. Hello, Fatima.
Hi, Fatima.
Love it. Okay. So I just wanted to call in Archangel Michael, his mighty sword, and the infinite intelligence of the white light of protection to protect this sacred space, to protect all who are watching in their sacred spaces, to protect any spiritual visitors that come. Let us all be safe from lower energy beings. It is so. It is so. It is so. All righty then. Shall we get started? Oh, I didn't tell you my decks first, though. I'm doing the Shadow Fates Tarot. Look at that. I feel like that's your man already. And then if it calls upon, I'm going to use Madame Wilhelmina's Love. It's just cute and gothic. So, all right. Bobby, would you like to share your story with us?
Sure. When I was a kid, I lived in California, in a part of California, San Gabriel Valley, Covina. My dad lived with us until I was 9, and then my mom finally got sick of going to the hospital, so she kicked him out. But shortly after he left, I started noticing things like the curtains would be open in the morning when we come out, when we made sure, I mean, my mom was a single mother. We made sure everything was locked up tight. The curtains would be open, things would be moved around. There would be feelings and shadows, and I always knew it was an old man. I say old man, but looking back now, probably around my age, but maybe a little older.
Well, we were 930 was old, right?
Right.
Mom turned 30. She's old.
I remember thinking I saw an old man in the house on several occasions. The one that got me the most is the washing machine. Oh. That one, no matter how we tried to explain that away, we just couldn't. we'd wake up and the washing machine would be going. So my mom, I remember thinking, oh, please don't let it be the wiring. Um, but every night it would go off. And so she just unplugged it.
Wow.
Well, one night it went off anyway. And we're looking at it. My mom's holding the cord like that. And she didn't say anything. Um, we did go visit my aunt or my grandmother. I can't remember, but we left the house. And when we came back, there's not much you can do. Um, there was never any sense of malice, though. And I say an old man, and the image I get is somebody in a white vest shirt, what they used to call a beater. I hate that name.
Right.
An undershirt
Mm-hmm.
with suspenders and like chino pants on.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like when you see 60s
Yeah,
short
yeah, yeah.
hair, kind of flat toppy, silvery gray, but looking back, not incredibly old. And I remember seeing that sucker on more than one occasion, and my mom finally told us, look, okay, this is how it is. Yes, there may be something in the house, but we've lived here all this time and nothing has happened to us. We've always felt protected.
Right.
So my mom says just accept that it's here to watch out for us. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna catch into that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was placed there, a guardian spirit, by one of the witches in my family for us. I wouldn't even ask them. Um, but I just get the feeling that it was a lonely old man looking for his wife. That's what I get. And even before you and I sat down, the first card I pulled about this session today is the Lover's card. So that kind of makes me feel I'm on the right track. But we moved out when I was a teenager and it didn't follow us.
Okay.
So I don't think we needed it anymore or it was rooted to the ground, but I've always wondered about it.
Right.
Or about him. It was a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've dealt with other worldly entities before, and this was definitely ghost material. It wasn't demon. It wasn't
Right. Right.
any malevolent. It wasn't like I knew that word as a little kid. Okay, we
Yeah.
knew that word,
Wow.
malevolent, and this wasn't malevolent. So I'm here. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Well, that's funny. Claire, I got an image, but for some reason, the image, as you were describing what he's wearing, Cheech Marin.
Yes, like that. Kind of like that, but a white dude that looks like he worked for NASA.
But he worked for NASA. Oh my gosh. So you said a little bit of witchery, and you grew into the family.
Oh yeah, I was raised by witches. My mom was a witch, which caused a lot of tension between her and my dad. He made no bones about it, saying my mom was a witch, and she would look over at us, go, "Yeah." My aunt's very spiritual woman, a Christian witch. My cousin's very spiritual. My cousin Sue was
Any
she could see
Santeria?
spirits very easily. No, we were that wasn't our family brand.
Right.
We're brujos.
Okay.
Mexican witchcraft. They used a lot of saints sometimes, but Aztec gods sometimes.
Right. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be fascinating. Hang on a second. See,
I wasn't involved in any of
that. But that might be part of your fascination with the gods and stuff,
I always knew the gods were. I think a lot of it has to do with this whole growing up with a ghostly watchdog was it was natural. And honestly, I didn't know until we moved out of that house into the new one that felt just sterile, empty.
Wow.
You know how new houses feel? Well, this one had
Mm-hmm.
just been built.
Almost
And
echoey and no life in the
yeah,
walls.
it
And,
felt sterile. And I since then, anytime we move as an adult, I ask the spirits of whatever house I'm in to go with me, my protected spirits and angels.
mm-hmm.
Um, and I wish I would have known young. I wish I had known back then what I know now. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
the
Right.
thing that gets me is if it was anything that was trapped there,
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked to have helped it.
Right.
But I just didn't see it was
If
trapped.
you
I just
knew,
think it
yeah.
didn't know it
Yeah.
was dead type of thing.
Now, did
I'm
things
interested
only happen in this one particular house?
with that type of thing. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
in that
Mm-hmm.
house.
Yeah.
We've had at my aunt's house a lot of things, my grandma's house a lot of things. Um, but I lived in this house. No, I've gone back when I think I was 20. I drove by, and the
Did
only
you?
thing I noticed is the tree in front that I used to climb on was gone, and
Ah.
that broke my soul because even as a kid, I knew dryads. I knew what dryads were, and I just assumed that dryads lived in the tree. It was just
Oh.
an assumption I made. So as an adult, it hit me suddenly. I saw it was gone. I was like, "Oh my God, how could you do that?" It was just an assumption. I don't know if there was dryads in there, but as a kid, you think, yeah, nature spirits. Of
Why
course they're there.
not? Yeah. Yeah. I found myself climbing up in a tree today. I was just so happy reliving some childhood. Oh my gosh, I can still do this, and
And
but
that's how
anyway.
Ginger broke her hip. So after this, when we get on to the next tale, um, I, I already know who that was, but I'm interested to see if other people believe with me.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's begin, everyone. Start shuffling your decks and or a deck
Shuffle
or
them if you got them.
shuffle them if you got them. Love it. So, oh my gosh.
And I'm taking questions on this too, by the way, you guys. If you have
Oh my gosh. These new cards
the,
don't.
the, I've looked into the background of the house. I couldn't find anything. So there was no murders that took place. Um, if it was a death, I didn't see any blood or damage on the spirit form. And
Mm-hmm,
they will
mm-hmm.
usually retain something to give you an idea of how
Sure.
they might have died.
Yeah.
Nothing. Um, so that tells me probably natural causes, but those are again just assumptions.
Right. All right. So, one thing I did forget. Welcome to Paranormal Investigation. I will be your ghost for this evening. And then I do have a for entertainment purposes only. And grab a deck and make sure you're going to investigate with us. So I'm going to start asking some questions.
And I will
And
be cooperate.
let's see. Okay. Yes. All right. Here's
I
our
look
first question.
spooky.
What'd you say?
I said I look spooky with the light coming in
Now
on
you
me.
went spooky on us. Shall I? Hang on. Let me.
Have I ever gone back to the house? Yeah, more than like I say, just as an adult that one time. I have seen pictures of it and my beautiful front yard with my gorgeous trees is no longer there. The yard is dead and nasty looking.
Oh.
If you look at the house on Zillow,
Mm-hmm.
it's torn up. So
Oh.
at least it looked good on the outside when I lived there. The house was broken down inside, but
Right. All right. So we're going to pull one or two cards. And if you feel it's just the two of us, so if you want to pull a third, you may. So what are the energies connected? We're going to always start with the land unless it's a, haunted ship or something. We got to do something like that.
I went to Queen Mary. I used to live next door to it.
I know, me too. And
yeah, you did know Long Beach, yeah.
We forget.
People who don't know, Ginger and I used to live near each other. We didn't know each other, but we lived near each other.
So Bobby's my brethren from another brethren. All right. What are the energies connected to the land, if any? I mean, there might not be any, but it's just a question. You never know. You never know. So, what are the energies connected to the land? Oh, interesting. Something you said earlier. Oh, hello. Interesting.
So the first cards I drew, the first card is Concealment, an oracle card. And this is about taking the mask off. So I get the feeling this spirit didn't just show himself to everybody. My sister and brother, I don't remember if they ever saw an actual person. I think my brother might have been too young at that point, but my sister and I are only a few months apart. And then the next card I drew was the Hanged Man. This raises a couple of possibilities. Number one, was it a suicide?
Oh my gosh.
Number two, it's associated with net. No, that doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. The last card was the Six of Swords. The way I'm reading this is the image of the people departing. Okay, so I think that I honestly get the feeling that he found out something. That's the Concealment card. It's about showing yourself, which may have caused suicide. If a need to get away, but that's just one interpretation. What do you guys all have?
Yeah, because I'm wondering, since we're talking about the land, and you got that
the
six of cords, Six of Swords. I must have made my tea a little too strong. If we can ask this question too, is there a portal around the house, in the house?
My aunt, I think I told you this the other day. My aunt swears there was a portal in our kitchen there. She just swears it. But she also said that the potato bugs coming through there were from Venus. So you got to kind of take what she says with a grain of salt.
But you don't know.
They might have been. She was very convincing. That's why their faces look like that. They were war helmets. And I'm like, really?
Maybe she knew something we didn't. All right. So we're asking about this land. And I got, you pulled the Two of Cups or Lovers. You pulled the Lovers earlier, right?
Earlier, yeah.
Yeah. So I got Two of Cups
you
here.
Got it. Oh.
So the land, it was a positive. It was not a malevolent land like Indians killed on it, or because we are talking about Southern California. We've got Indians, we've got the Mexican not revolutions, but you know what I'm saying. But it doesn't look like the land is tainted by a malevolent energy. So I'm gonna go with that one. Ace of Pentacles. There's something about healing on that land, on that property. So this person looks like he's looking up at a star, which is different for the Ace of Pentacles. So could be a portal and you know, good healing energy perhaps coming through this portal. But I did, you know, since you mentioned suicide, I did also get the Nine of Swords. So, you know, there was a loss, and that may be where this haunting started. So, anyways, I have here that Brendan got the Chariot. And so if we're talking about the land, it was transient. It was people traveling to California for gold. What are your thoughts on the Chariot for the land too?
Well, when I hear the Chariot, I think it represents Cancer, also the sign of Cancer, the fourth house, which is your legacy. Um, again, family tree. So that's an aspect that could also fit in with that. But it's definitely a journey. Maybe
Yeah.
he traveled for a living. Um, But we're talking about the land.
The land, yeah.
It would have to.
Well, you think about, I mean, think about the chariot, the horses, the wagons,
Hey, Jess.
the fighting, you know.
See, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm thinking. More of travelers. Does anybody have any suggestion? So, Moira got the Eight of Wands. So you
Right.
both got eights.
So the land, there's a, you know, now I'm thinking the how the
Both the
community.
Eight of Wands. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Both the Eight of Wands and the Chariot are both cards of things happening quickly.
Yeah.
That was very rude of me. Forgive me. I won't make it a point.
No, don't worry about that. You know, sometimes you got to say what's on your mind when we do these things. So don't worry about. Dolores came in. Hi, Dolores. Dolores is using the Crow Tarot. So, oops, hello, Kim.
That's my favorite tarot. I've got it right here. Oh my
All right, I love
Um,
this. Joanne says something about possession of the land. Now people are popping in their deals. And by the way, Dolores, our first question is, what are the energies surrounding the land or the property that that
Dolores,
Bobbie's house was on?
ooh, I missed it.
Okay, wait.
Where's
Hang on. Dolores got the Hierophant. So
okay? Yeah, that's interesting about the Chariot, though. That's sticking in my head somehow.
ooh, we can do a
What else did you pull for it, Brandon? Pull a
yeah.
second card as the clarifier.
Okay, did you
Tell
hear
me
that,
what you get.
Brendan? Pull one more card and ask, clarify the Chariot, please. And then let us know.
I just feel like he's onto something there.
Yeah, I know. I could really read more and more. So both Joanne and Dolores got the Hierophant. You
that
know,
is
there
D.
was
What up, Mama D? That's my best friend.
oh, who is Gwen Stefani?
Dolores.
Oh,
Gwen Stefani. Dolores. She works at the same place I do.
I love it. So, yeah, you know, Southern California, there was a lot of religious things going on, you know, between the Mexican culture meeting American culture. And then Heather, hang on a second. Heather.
Ten of Wands.
Okay, yes, hang on. We're clarifying. 10 of Wands. Chariot and the 10 of Wands. Well, bringing in
Legacy, 10 of Wands. I'm feeling overburdened, familial obligations, maybe.
And we know how tough it was to travel cross country to go to California and try to plant your seeds, so to speak. Lot of
I have never.
Yeah, we won't talk about those seeds. Hemp.
I wonder if I could get
It
my
was
husband
hemp.
to give me water.
It was hemp. Yeah, a lot of burdens came in with coming to Southern California. I also see with the Chariot those medicine wagons. You know, the peddler image came
Like
to me.
like the wizard in the Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Okay, and then Heather got the Knight of Wands, Page of Cups, and Pence. So I would like to ask if when you pull cards to kind of put what it means to you. Give us a little story with the cards that you're pulling, if you can. And then Jay says, I didn't get the notification till now. Wow. Well, we've only just started. We've only done our first question. We just chatted a little bit about Bobby's story. There we go. You were saying, good sir.
Heather's the Knight of Wands, the page. That just, if we're talking.
Yeah, we're talking about the land right now. So let me go back up here and take a sip.
Again with the horsies. So.
Well, the knights, you know, them coming with their inspiration, their ideas to build a city. The Eight of Pence working very hard to build their homesteads, to make their money, and you know, equal exchange of the land. You know, Six of Pence. You know, Southern California used to be a desert, and then in comes all the palm trees and such. Okay. Now there is a question I wanted to ask that, let me see if I can type it in. Okay, we're going to talk about portal energy. Could there, in fact, have been, oh, helps if I show it. Could there have been, in fact, a portal on or near Bobby's property?
That's a very good question. I've always wanted to know.
Portal energy. Okay.
I'm going to go last on this. I want to see what everybody says.
Okay, perfect.
I'll pull cards and I'll leave them out. I don't want you to think I'm trying to.
Heather's going off to bed at this hour?
Yeah.
I thought you were a late night owl person.
I think I'm the only late night one because I'm all the way on the West Coast.
I know. You're at 7:40 there. All right, we're okay. Portal energy. Let's all pull on portal energy. Is there any connection to portals for Bobby's property that he grew up on, or a nearby portal? What is the energy on portal?
If it weren't for privacy's sake, for the people that live there now, I'd give you the numerology to work with.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm.
Hey, Miss Geraldine, what up, baby boo?
Ooh. She's back. She's back. Hello, hello.
Dun, dun, dun.
Miss Tarot D, we're reading on if there's any portal energy on the land that Bobby grew on, in or around it. So grab a deck, my dear. Grab a deck.
Huh? All right, here we go.
Okay. Interesting. Oops. So the first card I pull is an Emperor card.
The old man. Okay.
When I look at it through the screen, it is almost as if he is seating. Okay, it's past my bedtime. I might get slap happy, folks. Just letting you know. Anyways, I'm seeing like he is seated, is what I was trying to say, within a portal. When I look at my card through the screen, because I see the two columns here. Okay, so un momento, por favor. Okay, so this isn't in his beard, but I always read visual. Things come out. This almost looked like part of his beard, and it was almost like a solar system or the Milky Way, stars within his beard, but this is not his. Well, is it? No, I don't know. Yeah, and when I look behind the crown, there's definitely energy, white light behind him. Interesting. As the gatekeeper to a portal is what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. Let's see. The Hierophant. There is something sacred about the land. Secrets. Ancient, sort of an ancient religion. So not like what you would normally think about growing up in Southern California. Something went a little more ancestral, deeper ancestral wise. But there he is again, that gatekeeper. Okay, and then the last card I pulled, Two of Pentacles. Let me see here. Oh, time traveler image. That's what I'm getting here. Look at the planets, and I'm sure that's not what they are, but again, I read intuitively. Like there's that solar system back here, that galaxy or whatever you want to call it, and then the planets, and then he's just the time traveler. So if I were to say yes or no, I'm going to say yes, and let's see what everybody else might say.
Let me tell you about the portal. That's another thing. The face in the backyard. That one I did feel creepy around. When I was a kid, I looked over and we had a shelf thing in the backyard, and it had like a 6-inch space underneath that was always like in shadow.
Ooh.
And I swear I was about 9, 8. I look over and I saw a head inside of it, like they did, all right, when you saw the clown's head in there. And it was just like, and I used a lot of movie references, forgive me.
No, fine.
I'm not done with the movie references. Salem's Lot, the vampire, the bald dude.
Yes.
That creep, that's what he looked like. Okay.
Oh.
Underneath, but it was in the daytime. Okay. And the shadow part was actually black. And I saw his face. And my mom, we were always told, if you do see something supernatural, don't run from it. So I was old enough at that point to, yes, pee my pants, but walk away slowly. So I remember that face, and I forgot about it until you had said portal. So yeah, there's that.
All right, Jay says yes to a portal. Kim lost reception, so which you can do in a portal. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, waiter.
All right, Ms. D. King of Pentacles. 10 of Cups.
King of Pentacles and the Emperor during this reading.
There, so she also agrees there's a portal, and someone was in custodian of it. Yep. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's two references here to gatekeeping. Moira, the Bond, is that James Bond? Urban Crow. Okay, card 6, Bond. Oh, it's an oracle. Okay. A guidebook says karmic connection beyond everyday existence to a place. To a place. So, thank you, Maura. That's awesome. Madame Maru's back.
Gatekeeper didn't even cross my mind.
We're asking about a portal, but there's definitely a gatekeeper to the portal. So thank you, Maru. So real quick, Kim, I think it was Kim. Okay, Kim, we are not doing readings tonight. This is Tarotnormal Investigation. And what we're doing is Bobby grew up in a house with paranormal activity, and we're pulling cards to investigate these energies. So please watch with us, and it's also fascinating. So
that's funny. Close to 50 years later, we're finally getting the answers we want.
Oh, let's see.
So what does the gang have to say?
Yeah. So Miss D was talking about Jay's Oracle. Yeah, it's Oracle, Tarot, Lenormand if you want. It's all about getting messages. So whatever speaks to you in your language, bring it forward. You're all welcome.
She's watching, and she says, an older religious man who was protector of the land. And D is highly spiritual.
There we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is awesome. Okay.
All that locks in with the Hierophant card she pulled.
Yeah. So what are you thinking, Bobby? Fess up.
I'm listening. I'm honestly worried I'm too close to this to give an impartial opinion, but I'll tell you the cards I pulled and how I feel about them. I drew an upside down 5 of Pentacles.
Okay.
Material loss. The 7 of Cups. A lot of choices. And then the 10 of Swords upside down. A better day that never came. The last card is the 8. Here's something that I'm going to throw out because I want to see everybody's opinion. Is it possible he could have been cursed to be there because of an act? Or I don't know.
I am not sure.
I don't feel that because, like I say, there was no icky feeling, but.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, ma'am.
We have someone wanting to join us.
Is he here? Bring it in.
Got him. Hang on. Her. Got her. Got her. Hang on. That didn't work, so I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Ms. D, I'm sending it to you through Messenger.
My sexy woman.
Bring it on. Okay. Where? There she is.
Portal energy. None of these cards except that 10 of Swords is really speaking to me. 10 of Swords upside down. Is it a spirit? I don't know I don't know. That's why I'm saying I'm too close to this. So if people have questions with their cards they'd like to put forth, then I can tell you if it resonates or not with what the situation was.
Good Lordy B. Love the do.
I'm so excited. Thank you for allowing me to join you two.
Gosh, this is going
Hi.
to be fun.
Bobby,
So,
this is my holler back girl look.
I love it. Holla back, girl.
So I'm really
You really need to come out of your shell, Miss Tarot D.
a little bit. So listen, so Bobby, can I chime in on this 3-card reading?
Absolutely, you may.
So I get the feeling like there's definitely a portal, and the King of Pentacles is somebody who either is close to your family or is a family member, an elder who has knowledge of this portal. Might never have really spoken to people about it, but they were the gatekeeper, the custodian of this portal. And the reason why is if you saw the other card was the 10 of Cups, which is the happy family card, because this person was there, they were able to keep things in balance and keep the community happy without, so they were like the gatekeeper, keeping the bad, negative stuff out and allowing the positive stuff in, and vice versa.
Loving
Uh,
that.
and the Two of Wands is that person. If you see, like, if you look at a card, any Two of Wands, the person is analyzing, looking into the horizon, and that is their custodian's job to look out at this portal and watch the ins and outs of it.
Oh my gosh.
So that's very strong. That's why I was very strong. I was like, I want to come on. I want to come on. I'm really excited. Does that make sense to you?
It
I'm
does.
getting
It
little
does.
feelies.
That that would tie in with the feeling of meant to be there, has to be there. Um, it just seems like they had to be there. And I want to point out now, bless you, dear. Um, I want to make note of the elder energy, the old man energy, okay? Because in a story that's coming on, that old man energy is going to make another appearance. Not the same old man, but very interesting.
Yeah. Love that.
But
I love that
okay.
analogy.
Let me bring the gods into this for a second. Like I say, I was raised around a certain type of lifestyle. From an early age, I know family prayed to a variety of gods to keep us safe. Um, that's when I met the gods as a young child. As I've grown older, I'm finding out that certain gods have always watched out for me. So these may have been emissaries, was the other thing I wanted to bring up before we moved on. Um, it just seems like after my dad left and my mom was scared, there was a male energy there to I felt scared, you know. So I'm worried, or not worried, but I think that might have something to do with it. And now that you're talking about the portal, that makes more sense. Oh, Jess, the old man that she says, if who was cursed to be there? The old man that I used to see. I wanted to make sure he wasn't.
Do you want to pull cards on that one?
Yeah, let's
pull some cards on that. So, well, that would be kind of one of my questions: is why is that energy there? You know, why is the okay? I can't type.
Oh. All the words you never want to hear a drag queen or a psychic say. Ooh, oh.
Oh my God, you got to see. I'll send you guys the link. Somebody who made whoopie pies, but a lot of creme de la creme references. Okay, so why is the elder energy present? So let's ask, did he choose to be there? Was he placed there? Or was he cursed to be there? Elder energy.
Okay. B, are you still here, dear? Let me look at the chat.
Amy?
I'm gonna say something right now, and I drew 2 8s. He's real big on astrology. That's why I asked her. I mean, numerology, pardon me, astrology.
Joan's here.
I just feel like this is significant somehow. I've got an 8 of Cups and 8 of Swords, and it doesn't seem like the suit is the issue here. It seems like the number 8, the eternity.
Interesting, because as of Thursday, 8s have been prevalent in my line of sight.
The last card is an upside down Knight of Swords. That's the protector. So the eternal protector.
Interesting.
All right.
Psyche Awakens Tarot. 8 straight cards.
Okay, I am starring.
Double A's add together 16 will be 7. The Chariot. Written A.
Wow. Okay. Okay, so what I have got, or Ms. D, would you love to go first?
Well, sure. So first of all, 3 cards, and they were all odd cards: a 5, a 9, and a 7. Isn't that interesting? And so 5 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and then the 7 of Wands. So I'm getting that the energy is this person was kind of, yes, banished to be put there, right? They were always felt to be left out of everything, and they were always left to be the hermit, isolation, right? To be there because this is their job. Their job is to be there and to do this. And then look at this, the 7 of Wands. So they're defending that position. So their job is their energy. Why are they there? Is because their energy is to defend that portal. And yes, they are a hermit. Yes. And yes, they do sometimes feel left out of the community.
I'm just blown away by all of this, to tell you the truth. It puts everything in a new light that it was a protector. That you guys are gonna go ooh when we get to the next story. Hi, Maureen.
Did you pull cards, or you want me to go?
Oh, I pulled him. Mine, I gave him first. I had the 2 8s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
The Knight upside down, the protector. So yeah, you go.
Oh, okay. So in this image, does somebody have their thing up? I'm echoing. In this image is this person being protected by these 2 trees here. So that's ancestral protection is how I'm feeling that this is. So definitely he's there for protection for sure. And I'm wondering if he was there all along, but with all the chaotic energy, nobody was able to visually see him through all that cloudiness. But definitely these 2 trees are just standing deep rooted, strong, and they're not backing down for anybody. They are protecting this person. And again, the 2 trees, the portal energy for me is 2 trees. And I got this magician card too. So again, that's just the elder himself, standing strong on that mountain, pulling in all the universal energies for protection. He's got this guiding star here. So he's like, you're like, did you ever see orbs, Bobby?
Yeah, but like I say, it was just a natural part of life. I didn't think anything of it.
Right. So he was like one of the orbs, is how I feel. He was one of the orbs that you were seeing. And the last card I got was this beautiful Knight of Pentacles. He wanted to bring in the balance, bring in the beauty. I don't feel like he was forced to be there. He just was.
Okay.
He just was. And a chance. And as Ms. D was saying, I think it's an ancestor.
Yeah, with the chariot.
Picked up on the, oh my God, my ancestor needs protection right now. I'm going. It's me. It's me. So, oh my God, I am getting tingles everywhere on that
Not
one.
yet, you're not. We're really going to tingle in a minute.
Oh my God. I mean, my legs are getting goosebumpled. So anyway, look who popped in. Oh, wait. Look who popped in.
What up, Chris? How you doing?
Oh my God, 3 a.m. there. Yeah. And Traveling Gypsy popped in. So Psychic Awakens Tarot. Somebody else, I think I starred. Brendan had the 9 of Swords. A reminder that fear is what we let hurt us. The elder is there to remind us to be strong. Way to go, Brendan.
I like it.
Yeah. And then Psychic Wiggins got the Strength card on there. Perfect. Okay. So there's another question I want to ask about your little Nosferatu in the gutter guy.
Dude. That little gremlin dude.
All right. So I want to know, along with there being a portal, was there, let's say, visitors from the underworld?
Assuming, because I cut my deck twice, and both ones I pulled knights. I got the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. These are both warriors. Okay, so there may have been something going on, a little battle spot in my general vicinity, which I could totally understand with the violent energies of the house, you know, with my dad being there.
All right. I really should have put, were there beings beings visiting from the underworld? Okay. Ooh, I'll use that.
Okay.
I don't know, but do you know that phrase, you make friends with your demons?
Yeah, Bobby, can I share something?
Sure.
So my spirit guides are 100% confirming that. The reason why is, and some people might have heard this on my other videos. When spirit really, really wants to tell me something, they pull on my ear, my left ear, and sometimes they tear off my earrings. And look, my earring just broke and fell off. As you
Oh
see.
my gosh.
Gotcha.
So 100% confirmation on that one.
There you go. Let me give you the other.
I appreciate the sacrifice of your earring.
Oh my gosh. Let me take it down. Let me start first in case. Ooh, where are we? Okay. I'm going to give the other 100%. Look at that image. This is somebody coming from within the cave system. here. Love to be the visitor. Very curious energy. And a little gun shy about it too. A little frightened, but very curious. And maybe in a minute we'll pull on that intention. You know, was he just curious, or did he have any intentions? I got this card. It is 5 of Pentacles, but they're very, very interesting image on this card. Snow. There's a lot of snow on the ground here. So this being from this underworld, I think, was a little sickly and saw the sunlight and wanted to, maybe he had an intuitive feeling to come to the sunlight. Let me pull one more card here. What about this being? Tell me more about the being. And interesting enough, okay, when you were describing what it kind of looked like.
That's what I noticed.
Right?
If it had a little pointy ears, it would look
okay,
like
so I feel like he was a very adventurous, very brave in his right, but yet still scared, hesitant. Isn't that what the Page of Wands are? You know, they're hesitant. So I feel like I almost get this image. He had the ability to shapeshift so as not to scare you. Like when you first recognized him, maybe you weren't supposed to see him like that, or he didn't want you to see. He realized it scared you, and then perhaps shapeshifted into a form that was more friendly to you. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So Ms. D went underground. Hang on. Where'd she go? Amy says,
probably finding a new pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
I had a visitation dream from my granddad soon after he passed away. I woke up before he could say anything. Okay. Oh, Amy, we're not doing readings tonight, but that is a wonderful dream to have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But yeah.
We're talking about my spooky house.
Yes, this is Paranormal Investigations. And we're investigating some paranormal happenings. Watch out, the earrings come off. Ms. D is ready to fight.
Honestly, the next tale is a continuation of this. It doesn't actually take place in this house, though.
Okay.
I was a runaway at 15. I left home. Hey, boo-boo. And I stole the car. I stole actually the family car. And
the vampire, what? The vamp car?
The family car.
Oh, family car. The vampire car.
I took the Ford LTD. I took the Ford LTD, a guy I went to school with, and a bunch of weed, and ran away from home. And I drove from California to meet his girlfriend in Arizona. But we get to Arizona, to the city we're supposed to be in, and I say, okay, what was the address again? And he says, I don't know. I say, all right, well, what's your last name? I don't know. I said, we drove all the way to Arizona.
And you don't know where she is.
You wanted to just drive around until we found her? And he says, and so we're arguing, and I'm like, okay, I got to think. And, you know, I'm making a few turns. I made just, I think, less than 6 turns. I think 3 or 4 turns. And he screamed out, stop! That's her house! And I thought he was bullshitting me. And he says, that's your RV. That's it. I was like, oh, a lot of people have RVs, but at least now I know what I'm looking for. What? And he says, no, look at the stickers. Those are her stickers. And I'm like, this can't possibly be it. It turned out it was her house. We had drove straight to Arizona to her house. What I didn't tell you, though, is on the freeway, on the way through, we saw an old man on the side of the road just looking hot. And you know, Arizona, it, you, we picked him up and we gave him a ride into town. We had no idea how he got out there. He looked like he was just an old suit, you know. Um, so we gave him a ride and he was very grateful. He gave us this checkbook with somebody's name on it, and they said if you call them, they might give you a reward. And we did, but they didn't. But he gave us something to put on the dashboard, like some kind of, I don't remember what it was, one of those don't fly fast, drive faster, and your angels can fly things or something like that. But I honestly think that old man was my first run-in with my Lord Hermes or one of his emissaries. He is the Lord of Travelers and the Shepherd. So if I was one of his charges at that age, he would have sent people to protect me. That's my other question. Could this portal have been something that my Lord had brought through at that point?
Ooh, let's do that then. Can you type that in chat? Are you able to type?
Yeah, hold on.
Or if you tell me it again. What
were these emissaries from Hermes?
Oh, were these? Okay. Were these?
Hermes stuff. Yeah, were these emissaries? Jess says, I agree, Bobby. Hermes stuff. We did.
Okay, were these emissaries sent by Hermes? Is that the question?
That was my question.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not using.
And when I say that I am dedicated to Hermes, I am dedicated to Hermes, you guys. And since he transitions between realms and dimensions, I'm wondering if my abilities that I have now were recognized at that age and I was being protected.
Psychic Awakens Tarot says Hermes' emissaries were green and gold in her experience.
I can't remember. I think it was gray. Gray or olive, something dark.
Okay.
And I remember that because I was thinking, who wears a dark suit out in the desert?
My question just occurred. You're right. All right. Were these emissaries sent by Hermes? Were these emissaries sent by Hermes? Okay.
They would wear green and gold if they were trying to be recognized. But this dude actually looked like my uncle, Uncle Fred. My traveling gypsy tarot says yes, they were recognized, Bobby. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm feeling. And then Heather and Miss D, weren't you in on everybody pulling King of Wands for me that one night? Hermes is the King of Wands. He is the king because he has that wand. He's the king of magic and messengers. So if I was meant to be a messenger, then they may have been there to protect me.
So, go ahead, Ginger.
I was going to say, Misty, what do you have?
I have the Death card, the 3 of Wands, and then the 8 of Cups, which, when we're looking at the energy of that time and what were these messengers, they definitely were, because they're the ones who were helping you to transition into a new life, a new expansion of who you were, and moving from family and people and things you are comfortable with into a new higher level of self. Because we know with this card, with the Eight of Cups, you're not only just leaving something, you're moving to higher ground. And in tarot, mountains are also symbolize a higher consciousness. So this was a transitional part of your life, a really major transition in your life to help you expand from where you were to get to this point in your life now where you've moved on to a higher level of vibration of consciousness. So, yes, these were emissaries and they've had a strong, strong impact in your life. That event was a game changer for you.
It
Was a
really
total,
was.
yeah.
There's no way on God's green earth or the Mother's Green Valley that I could have driven to this house directly. There's no way. That's why I think this dude that we picked up was an emissary. I really do, an angel. Um, yeah, there's no way.
All right.
At that point, yes, I realized, oh my God, there is, yeah, this is real.
All right, I'll do my cards and I'll go to chat. So, wow, I got the Justice card.
Tarot your way. Was Moses gifted his wand by the emissaries of Hermes? There are some schools of thought that say Moses is equated with Hermes, that the Bible incorporated Hermes. So there's that. Next.
Yeah, that was one of the comments I starred here. Okay, so so to bring balance into your life, bring justice into your life. But I think it's for your mother as well, and I'll tell you why, because I have another card. Healing, definitely some we all have a healing team as well, that we need to call upon every once in a while. But this one is like definitely a protection from oh wow, hang on. This person is resting, I think, at the mouth of that underground portal. I see, that I was speaking.
I should also mention to everybody that I do work with Hecate, and she's famous for her cave of incubation.
Right. So that makes sense. I got Knight of Cups, but just an image of the knight. So definitely the emissary is there to protect you, to guide you, leading your horse to water, so to speak, for sure. And then this is why I say also for your mother. Got the Queen of Cups here. So they were also sent for your mother too, to help protect your mother. So that's what I have. So let me go to some things that I starred. I didn't mean that. Oh, wrong one. All right. So Brendan got the Magician and Three of Cups. So that would be a yes for me.
Yeah.
That definitely. And I'm seeing when
Brendan is very good at this.
I'm thinking I just had the vision of the three wise men. So, and then Kellogg's, welcome.
Hey, Kellogg's.
Eight of Cups revised is always my warning card. Oh, reversed. Does anyone else have a card that you know is your sign?
Knight of Swords upside down.
Yeah. Oops, I didn't do that. So
that's my slow your tits card.
The Knight of Swords upside down.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys have heard me say it. Slow your tits.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Amy. Okay, so Amy, if you go to my channel and my email address is in this description, might not be in the description, but in about, we would love to investigate. So yeah, email me and let's do that. And then Judith says she babysat at a house across the street from my house. That I previously vowed my house was haunted. I always had willies while babysitting, but one night I heard footsteps coming. Oh, she had another part of that story, and I didn't. I thought she was talking to somebody else. So.
I'm never gonna grow up. Every time somebody says willies, I want to go.
All right, so let's see. More people coming in. Welcome to Tarotnormal Investigations. We are investigating Bobby's childhood home. So if you have a deck of any kind, and you're welcome to join in and help us.
I just had the Eight of Pentacles fall out of my deck.
You what?
I just had the Eight of Pentacles fall out of my deck.
Oh,
Jay. Flying around.
Jay says Brendan's very gifted.
Yeah, but is he going to start doing lives with me?
Oh, party. Okay, so Calyx got the tower crumbling, but can be rebuilt. We have the technology. Moon Fox to say hi. First time seeing one of Misty's lives. Wanted to say hello. Okay, so and then Traveling Gypsy got 8 of Wands reversed.
A lot of 8s, I'm telling you.
A lot of 8s. Let me tell you real quick about my 8 started when I was going to the DMV, and on the way I'm like, okay, team, let's make this an in and out thing. One time I was in and out in 8 minutes. Let's make this another 8-minute in and out. So I get in there, I check in, I look at my phone, and it was 4:04. By the time I left, it was 4:12. It was another 8-minute thing. And then I've been seeing 8s ever since.
And they're still here. So, yes, Bobby, did you get deja vu feelings when events happened growing up? All the time. But like I say, we were gifted as kids. My thing was at that age, I used to have dreams. Horrible, horrible dreams. And I knew they weren't my dreams. I basically prayed for a long time, stop the nightmares, and I don't have dreams anymore. Not that I could remember. I have impressions sometimes when I wake up, or when I wake up, I'll know something, but I don't remember having the dream. So there's that. I think as time goes by, I'm starting to dream more, maybe.
All right, we got another Hierophant. How many Hierophants have we had tonight?
Wow, this is very spiritual.
Yeah. All right, at this point, do you have a question about this part of your story?
No, that's pretty much it. Honestly, that was the second part I wanted to tie in.
Yeah, let's do this.
The trip in the car.
Oh, okay.
Because I honestly think that old man and that old man, if they weren't the same old man, because you had said shapeshifter earlier.
Right.
Then they were both sent by the same. It just, I can't describe the feeling. It was so like family when you got in the car. This little old man, it was like family. And we drove him about 45 minutes, and he got out of the car, and I never saw him again.
Right.
And since then, I've only met one man outside of that who has struck me as an emissary.
So, Bobby, it's true but not true. It's true you never saw that particular disguise that he wore again, but that emissary has been in your life constantly and has appeared to you in many different disguises. And always during a very strong milestone where your life actually needed to be redirected.
Can I say something real quick?
No.
It's your channel.
It's her channel. I'm just a guest. Last year, you guys might know that the place I worked at shut down, and I suddenly lost my office space, like overnight, immediately. It altered the course of events for me. Because that happened, I started working towards the tarot website we're launching. I started my own tarot business. I got it licensed. I got this, I got that, I got the other. And Dee can tell you, she lives with me and works with me, how hard I've been working. But that wouldn't have happened if I didn't lose that place. Now, we're talking about emissaries, and I told you I only saw one emissary that I identified, that I felt was an emissary. The day I lost everything, I went into the shop that I work at now, um, and I was just freaking out, and my friends started drifting in one at a time. Okay, they're like, well, I was driving by, and I just felt like I had to stop, and she says, I don't know who was calling me, and I'm sitting at the table going, I don't know what's going on. And while I'm sitting there freaking out, trying to reestablish my thoughts, there was a mover in the store, like, because they were changing locations, and he was talking to the owner, and this guy was like a Solo Flex commercial. He was so freaking perfect. I mean, he walked in, and I've been in gay bars my whole life, but I looked and I was like, I
Drool.
and my mouth didn't drop open until he walked by and looked past everybody at the table and smiled at me and walked past and did that over his shoulders. He was walking, and it wasn't a flirty smile, it was mischievous.
Oh.
And like not a bad mischievous, more like,
I was just
yeah,
thinking the other
yeah,
mischievous.
yeah. It was Hermes is the trickster god. Okay, so it
Oh.
was a playful smile. Um, I honestly think that was an emissary sent there that day to get me through the trauma and redirect my path.
Right. Psyche awareness says hot gym guys are the best. Oh, wait.
Oh, he was just wonderful. I think he
Um,
was there that day. Yeah.
okay, I have some things starred. Okay, so Maureen asked a question for you about Goddess Diana. Does she mean anything to you?
Diana is or was my mother's patron deity.
Oh.
My until maybe 5 years ago when she moved in with my brother, my mom was a strong pagan, and I wish her well on her path, but I as a witch, I can't see turning my back on something I've known my whole life. Was true. But hey, it's up to her. It's between her and the gods. But yes, in order and answer your question, Diana has been a part of my life since I was a child. But I didn't feel I was worthy of working with her or any goddess because back in that day and age, the attitude towards men and magic was a lot different.
Yes, definitely.
It was not seen. I mean, Dianic covens. My mom's, even though my mom was very lesbianish, a lot of strong feminine energy, which I got, but I was also the unwelcome boy. uh, so I just assumed the goddesses didn't want anything to do with me for a while. And I based that on the reaction I got from them. But when I was in my 20s or 15-ish, I started hearing the whispers from my true goddess. And in my 20s, I finally met her proper. So.
Was it Hecate? Was
Yep.
it? Okay. I have worked with Hecate. She's hopefully done something for me. Okay, Jay says thinking about the figure eight is seen as a representation of karmic cycles where actions and their consequences are interconnected across lifetimes.
I have a ancestor who was brutal also. He was a mass killer. Did it under the guise of freedom fighter, but he worked for Pancho Villa. This is documented history. I'm making this his name was Rodolfo Fierro, and his name was El Carnicero, the butcher. And that is one of my ancestors. So if we're talking karmic debt that lasts families' bloodlines, then there is that. Do I feel I'm working through family karma sometimes? Yes. Do I feel like I'm working through it all the time? No.
All right, so we just had somebody from.
So he's like, it's Hecate, I can tell. Mate! Oh!
Where'd he go? South Africa. No, South Australia. All right, so there was another question I was going to ask, and now I forgot it. I was going to ask about the energy of the witchery. Did it have anything to do with opening that portal?
No. Spirits weren't something my family ran with. It was, no.
It didn't run with ghosts.
They didn't go that way. Run with ghosts. No, as a matter of fact, the one time at a different location as a youth, I tried playing with spirits. It didn't go well, and one of my older aunts had to fix things. Think, what's that movie with Sandra Bullock, the witch one?
Yeah.
How the auntie
Practical
said,
magic. That one?
Practical magic. My aunties, well, I was still young enough and didn't know how to fix it, so they took care of things for me. But that was after the old man and all that stuff.
Right.
I was in my teens.
So, did your family do any rituals inside the house?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Pardon me, I should have muted. Because my dad lived with us, and he was supposedly Catholic.
Now, did he know your mother was a witch when they met?
Yeah.
Married?
Did he believe it? No.
Until, right.
But after a while, yeah. And then when he found out that I was taken after my mom, it didn't go well. But he wasn't real thrilled that he had a special son.
You are special.
You are special. And we're thrilled that you're special. Now, you're Mexican, correct?
I am.
I'm Mexican
on both sides.
On both sides.
On both sides. And my mom's family is Mexican and Comanche, and my dad's family is Mexican and Apache. So I get it on both sides. I'm very tied to nature.
I'm really surprised that your father had a challenging time with that, because we're Italians and magic is part of our daily living. It's part of our.
I know. I work at a store called Strega.
Yeah, I saw that. You did. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So, everything we do incorporates spirituality and magic.
Oh, Catholics, they didn't force me to be Catholic. I was left to my own devices.
No. But I'm saying that he didn't.
No, I'm answering Kellogg's.
I'm sorry.
Kellogg's had made a comment about forced to be Catholic, which should never be forced.
No, I was saying that about your father's reluctance or acceptance of your mother's ability to be a
God, yeah.
Because it's so normal and both
He's
of
an
our
odd one.
cultures. That
Yeah,
someone.
but I have to say, some men are clueless, or wish to be. The heterosexual clueless men I'm talking of, because with my gifts and abilities, after 13 years of marriage, he um, never got it. I mean, I don't know how many times I would hear him say, "How did you know I was thinking that?" And still didn't question, "How did I know?"
But it's a little different in Latin cultures and Latin Italian cultures.
Right, right.
It's almost assumed every woman is magical. You
Uh,
know?
Right? That's how I was raised. So you get it. You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, yeah,
Females were divine.
yeah,
Okay? They're the portals of life. So,
yeah. I grew up.
like,
My mother was always doing. She didn't call it, well, she did. It's magic, you know.
Bavaria.
She would never say she was a strega, but she always had everything. Like 3 people don't make a bed because that the youngest one will be cursed, and you always
don't put your purse on the floor.
yes, you put your broomstick upside down at the door so that the bad spirits can't come in because they have to
I
count
still
every.
do that. I can't turn the phone, but mine is hanging right by the door upside down.
Wow.
Yeah, because they would have to count every straw of the broom, and by the time they finished, it was daylight, and they couldn't come into your
Mhm.
house at daylight. So it was normal. It was normal, for
I
us.
get that. I get that.
Hmm. Well, Bobby, did you have
Yeah.
any more to your story that you want to investigate? Or do you think
No, I
we
just needed confirmation in one way or another whether this gentleman has been with me my whole life in different
Yes,
forms.
yes, yes.
let's ask that. Let's ask this.
It is. It
Okay.
is. It
Yeah.
is. It, it is.
Elder.
I'm gonna sit
Um,
this one out so you guys can read for me.
You want me to read
But
you? You want me to
read
read?
me, Mama.
Read you,
But I
baby.
will pull 3 cards just to
all right.
see if they coincide with anything you guys want.
Okay. So, has this elder been with Bobby all his life? What is this?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Hmm. Now I can't stop thinking about that, Ms. D. Every time I pull a card, I'm like, hmm. Okay, Gypsy says yes. D says yes. Dolores says yes. Everybody seems to agree.
Mm-hmm. So I pulled 3 tarot cards and an oracle. Which one do you want the message? You want the
Oracle,
tarot
please.
oracle? The oracle card is ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So basically, your spirit guides, your deities, is just reminding you that it's easy to receive. You just have to allow yourself that permission. Okay?
Who is that on there?
Not this. This is one of the Indian deities. Doesn't have her name, but she's surrounded by beautiful white elephants. People who
Gorgeous.
are better at this than I am, please comment in chat who she is. And
Well,
then,
I
okay,
was very easy in my 20s.
I've heard you were easy. I did hear that about you, Bobby.
I was. Not even gonna pretend I wasn't.
So,
I was a
yes,
legend. I wasn't just easy. I was a legend.
I believe it. You're so handsome. I could see. Oh, yes, Yes, I could see you being a stud and everybody wanting you because you are very, very handsome.
Ooh,
Um,
Bobby!
so
I
regarding
was a
this,
stud. Go
you
ahead.
still are. You still are. Regarding this entity being part of your life, yes. Okay, and they showed up. The Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is a non-caring, non-nurturing mother who basically abandons her children at some point. So they were there during that time in your life when you felt like you were no longer being loved and nurtured by someone in your life. You were there. We have the hangman in opposite direction in a reversal. So this is during a time where you totally felt like you were losing perspective on life and you just found it hard to be by yourself. You found it hard to sit still. You always felt like you were just like ready to fall off balance. And they were there during that time. They were there during your darkest hours in your life when everything rock bottom. You hit rock bottom. Whatever, you know what that rock bottom was for you. Okay. But it really felt like this was more than a devil card. The tower to me is like the devil card times 20,
Mm.
where whatever in your life is going on, addictions to whatever, or relationships, whatever, jobs, you hit rock bottom and they were there to rescue you and to walk. So were they there? Absolutely. Yes. And they proved it because when you think about these three major events in your life, and you only know, I'm just giving you a
Those are
summation.
the
This
ones I know about. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like Spirit is saying, I'm just going to give you a little bit just so that when you say it, Bobby's going to know what you're talking about and that he knows it's a message from Spirit. But yes, this is when it happened. There are definite key points. I hope it resonates. I hope it makes sense to you.
It did. What you got, Mama?
Wow, I've got some of the similar. So my first card I got for you was this beautiful High Priestess card. So they have been with you through time, through evolution of time type thing. So not just this lifetime, I feel like. Um, very much lighting. Here's how I say the Hermit card. They're lighting your path. So see the pathway here is lit with candles. So always there guiding you forward. Six of Cups. So for me, yes, that's with throughout time. The nostalgia's there since you were little, especially when you were little. They were your companion. And I don't know if you remember having the ability to talk to, sometimes we forget that we can see spirits and talk to them, and then after a certain age, here around 3 or 4, we forget how to do that.
I remember talking to myself
You remember
a
talking to
lot,
yourself a lot?
a
Hmm.
lot out loud.
Yeah, yeah. And there's something about the garden, I don't know if you went outside a lot, and there was definitely something that, how am I saying?
That was
Um,
my favorite place. That's where I saw the little thing.
right. So yeah, so they were definitely, you had like elementals around you when you went out into the garden. And as Miss D was saying, through your hardest times, this being has been with you, protecting you as you rested in the hard times, kind of led you to the safe places,
Mm, mm, mm,
throughout time. So you you were drawn to certain places where you felt safe, and that was this person leading you there. And then I asked for a message from the gentleman for you. I'm just getting all kinds of whoosh going on here. You have the ability all your life to be adaptable, and your transformation into this magical being that you are now. Um, and it's the dragonfly, sorry. So luck is coming for you. Luck is coming for you. We have the Queen of Swords. So it's not just him. I think there's another being that's been with you, and it's a female entity, a maternal energy. I don't know if it's grandmother, great grandmother, someone who the communication with spirit was strong. She had a sharp tongue.
That was my aunt.
Yeah, your aunt. Okay.
She was the oldest daughter. She read everybody.
Oh, that's funny. So, is she passed on?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She passed on maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, so maybe she's
maybe not that long.
No.
15 years ago, but yeah, she is still in contact with me. She's one of my guides that I work with.
Oh, okay.
That has agreed to work with me. Some of my family has not agreed to work with me. They will not work with me.
Right.
But some of them will. But I come from a family of sometimes.
But he wants you to know there's so much unconditional love for you, for who you are, who you stand for. You are protected, and there has been a lot of divine intervention throughout your life where he has come in and intervened, protected you, kept you safe from, yourself, your old life.
I want to address what Anna said, that it all resonates for me and I'm freaking out. Yeah, sometimes the readings are for those who are listening and watching on playback. Don't freak out. Just listen. See if these will bring some clarity into your life too.
Yeah. All right, so Bobby, how are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brendan had a 7 of Cups in the Hermit. So when we were asking about has he been with you all his life, your life, and that's what he got.
I can see that this Hermit looking back, the 7 of Cups many times, many spiritual situations.
Oh, thank you. Psyche says, I feel the chat and hosts are all highly protected and spirits are watching us. And I do, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, I do bring in that protection, not only for us, for my house, but for everyone in chat as well. I always call in. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I still always call in. Yeah, so. Look at that. You got a new subscriber.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
So, yes, if you haven't subscribed to everybody on this screen, please do so. We do appreciate the love. And any one of you who has a story to tell, we would love to investigate that with you. So, on my channel, in my About page, if you scroll down, you'll see a section where you can email me and we can have a chat.
So if I am correct with this reading tonight, this Tarotnormal situation, that I grew up in a house that had a portal with my own personal guardian for my family, my mother, my brother, sister, and I. Probably to alleviate her feelings of fear after my dad left. This being has nudged me throughout my life. And now I'm in a situation where I can help other people to fulfill
Yes.
their hopes for me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Good to know. And Madhu said earlier that was probably Lakshmi.
Mm-hmm. Maruta's always, she's so great.
Maruta's always right. That's why I said
Oh,
Madhu said.
Maruta's always, she's, oh, see, I just love her energy.
Yeah, she read with me the other night. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, also your connection with the underworld, and Hecate was the first. Was she your first goddess you connected with?
No, my first goddess was Isis, which, oddly enough, is making a resurgence in my life. Everywhere I'm turning, I'm seeing different gods. The more, yeah, Isis, the different gods, and it's the more I'm opening up to spirit as to do my tarot work and deliver messages, that it seems like more and more people are lining up, like in that movie Ghost, where we go over and had all the. That's what it feels like sometimes.
So, Bobby, just real quick, when you were going through the summary of this whole evening, your last was to bring you to a point where you can be there for others. And I pulled an oracle card for you. And the card is True Offering. True Offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love.
Oh.
I love the crows.
So it is just, I just love when universe keeps validating.
I do too.
Messages.
And Ginger, Hermes is a air god, but he's also a chthonic god. He shepherds people to the underworld.
Interesting that the underworld keeps coming up with Hecate and the Hermes and the little being you saw. And I'm wondering if this being just also maybe knew you as a healer, and maybe that's why he wanted to. Yeah, could be something there. Wow.
Yeah, and he showed up as the Death card, Grim Reaper. So yeah.
So, what'd you guys think of my haunted house?
Pretty interesting energy there, but love to see that it's protective energy and not malevolent, because
like he says, psychopomp, she knows the stories.
It's beautiful energy, and it's wonderful to see how we're being protected even before we even reach this level of vibration. I mean, the universe, our deities, our spirit guides, they're there and they just help us because they know what we were put on this plane for.
I think that if I wasn't raised by witches and magic users and psychics, I don't think I would have made it through my teen years and my early 20s. I think I would have been dead. I think that these guys kept me alive. Honestly, I'm the last one of my friends from the 90s still alive. I think I've been kept as safe as possible.
Yeah. But I want to say, though, it's not necessarily so with your upbringing, that I think even without that upbringing, these beings for you would have still been there for you. I get a strong feeling like that because I feel like this isn't their first lifetime they've been with you.
Hey, Tom.
So, I
yeah,
mean, with
Anna,
your upbringing, you definitely have been more aware and open. But I think even
I don't think if I would have been a witch or a young budding psychic, that if I was a normie, as I called them,
a muggle.
A muggle. If I was a muggle, I would have went. creature, and ran away and said evil, evil, and brought in a priest and
Right.
all that stuff. But because I was raised in a certain environment, I was open to the possibility that it may be a protector, which I always saw the old man as a protector. I just still don't know why he opened the windows. You know,
He wanted sunlight in that house. That house needed that sunlight energy, the vitamin D, for sure.
Yeah.
He wanted to lighten your space. So, well, I hope everyone in chat enjoyed tonight. And after the live, leave comments in all of our channels and let us know what you think. And again, if you have a place that you want to investigate, definitely email me, and maybe we'll get another menage a trois going here for an investigation.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you so much for allowing me to join you guys.
I am so happy you
excited.
I'm just glad I got to be on top this time.
You can always be on top. It's fine with us.
I know. As we get older, we're not listening.
Well, it's funny because I did a 2-hour live with Mark, and then I recorded a spread instruction.
She recorded her spread.
I opened up my spread. I recorded the spread on for the holidays.
Oh, love that.
So it'll be up in the next couple of days. And then I said, I'm all dolled up. Where am I going to go? And then I said, oh, look, Ginger Bobby are here. Look, I feel like one of those old ladies. I got my little bag. I got my Tupperware. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready.
Beads.
I'm leaving Golden Corral. I just ate at Golden Corral. Now I'm going home.
I got my little bag too, dear.
Dang, my bags are downstairs.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Thank you so much, everybody, for helping me find a little clarity. Because when you're too close to a situation, you don't see it properly. So it was wonderful to get a little perspective on it and submit.
That was awesome. So, all right, then. I guess we can close this session, and we thank all of our guides and angels of protection that have surrounded each one of us. And stay tuned. Is Bobby talking, or he's
I was talking to my husband.
Oh, okay. It's like in and out. So, all right. So I guess what I'm going to do is say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for joining us. Miss D, thank you for asking to be popped in, because always a pleasure. Yes. And Bobby, I hope you enjoyed this as well. And
I did.
If you guys want to hang out a moment, I'm going to end this. Let's see. Oh, this is going to work fine. So, spooky blessings for everybody.